Yeah, they were that big. But I thought she were dancing. Anyway, so they live down there. It's nice. Oh.
I wish I made more, but I'm always good. I got Billy coming behind me. Billy, let him get in.
It's a big Lucy. So my Lucy looks like she gets curls.
Yeah, I had to post the link to the live coverage, guys.
There was one day that they, Congress
From your hometown local station, this is Good Day from the Bay with Vicki Hogarth and Jonathan Britton.
Good day from the Bay. I'm Jonathan Britton.
And I'm Vicki Hogarth.
And I'm Jay Reamer.
Happy Canada Day to everyone watching at home. We are live from the balcony of the Windsor House. It is an annual tradition, Jay. Thank you for hosting us once again.
Oh, well, it keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. It's just fantastic.
Absolutely. The old cars have started as a tradition here at the Canada Day Parade in St. Andrews.
Yeah, it gets the Water Street all clear to watch the rest of the parade. You can see that there's a long line of people watching this year.
Yeah,
there always is.
Yeah, there is. It's filled in. It's filling in. It's amazing. Even a cool weather like this doesn't inhibit anyone.
Yeah, everybody is here. It's a sea of red up and down the street. Everybody showing their Canada pride today.
And they get the cars washed. They look fabulous.
I know, they're all very shiny and sparkly.
Nothing like a little evening rain to get you ready for a parade. But we are really lucky that the rain has held off so far. So it looks like we will have a clear parade.
Yeah, the fog is trying to roll in, but it's not going to beat the parade, I think.
Yeah, no, it's staying out in the water where it belongs for today, which is great. And we have power this year. Like
Wow.
what?
Oh, that's right. That's right. That was a bit of a freak out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That could explain all the happy faces that we're seeing down on the street this year. And luckily, everyone came back, so that's exciting too. Even Maud is watching the parade from up on the balcony. We've got
So
the
it's
whole.
quite a parade of cars. These cars all it's amazing. They don't look as old as they used to.
I think I used to have the Hot Wheels of that one right there.
Right.
They don't look as old as they used to, but I feel like I'm getting older, so I can remember when some of them came
I
out.
know. I remember driving cars like this. And the colors of the cars have changed over the years.
Have they ever?
And you can kind of tell quite a lot about the date from the color.
I feel like every year too, this part of the parade gets a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's exciting. The word must get out.
Well, they're doing single file this year. I guess they have before too, but word gets out and people like to come out and show their cars.
We have Lucas Kohler too, CHCO's Lucas Kohler is down on street level this year. He's going to be doing interviews with anyone who stops by our CHCO parade headquarters on the corner of Edward and Water Street. That'll likely be more when the parade slows down and the cars make way for the floats.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hearing some sirens.
I see Jones' car in the back. The Clinet.
I think Maud has the best seat in the house, if you can see over our shoulders here. Maud is watching the parade so far, not bothered by the sirens.
Or the dogs.
Or the dogs.
So far, yeah. Lots of people out with their dogs today.
I think St. Andrews gets known for being a dog-friendly location, and
It's
no time is
amazing.
it more clear than
And there are a lot more of dogs like Maud, you know, the golden doodles, and because they're really nice dogs.
And our Maud is quite a trendsetter.
Well, that's right. That's
Sure
right.
is. Famous in her own right.
And here comes a car that is quite famous in our own community. Jay, you must know a little bit more than I do about cars.
Well, no, not about. Maybe not, but this car is Joan Carlisle Irving's Clinet, and it's a car that was built for her, maybe 40 years ago, and it runs like a top. And I've tried to buy that car at auction. You know, just an hour to drive it, and I bought several hours of it, but I've never driven it.
It's very iconic in town. It has been photographed countless times. I've seen it as a subject of paintings as well.
Well, the town is filling in. We usually have about 10,000 people when all is said and done, and so you can see, and they all just vanish after the fireworks. But they'll be here until then.
Yep.
And
A lot going on in town today. There's the Martin Boys and Olivier Bergeron from American Idol up at Kira Amphitheater this afternoon.
It's going to be a fantastic show.
A big party in Market Square this evening, pre-fireworks, and we've got our fingers crossed for good weather for the fireworks. We've got to hope this fog lifts.
yeah, I think it will. It's supposed to.
So I know we've all heard of a rain dance. I don't know what you do for the fog. I'm not sure.
Sort of a slow motion version.
Yeah.
Now, I see coming, which might explain some of the sirens. There's a vintage ambulance that Charlotte County residents see. I don't know how many times I photographed it. I photographed it in St. Stephen. I photographed it in Market Square on the wharf here in St. Andrews. You can see this vintage ambulance with its lights on, which explains the sirens we've been hearing, because I
Yes,
didn't see the fire trucks yet.
No,
Oh yes, there it comes. Look at that.
a Cadillac.
Well,
Of course. Of
They
course.
always, all the hearses and ambulances were made by Cadillac in the old days.
That's amazing.
now look at that. And just like that, we're getting to the end of the cars. Maud, you did a great job. No hands. That scares me a little
No
bit.
hands. Oh, they're revving up.
The vintage cars has always been the opening to the parade that gets the pedestrians on the side ready to watch. It's a great opening act.
It is. It's a great intro.
And now it looks like Lucas is down on street level getting ready to do some interviews, not just with people in the parade, but also some of the people who are here to watch from both near and far.
Yeah.
We've met a lot of visitors already this year.
Well, I'll say. I mean, they started. The guy came to cordon off the road at 7 o'clock this morning. So, and it wasn't long after that people started pouring in.
Oh
Look at
yes,
them.
I got up this
Thousands
morning, I
of
looked
them.
out the window and there was already cars parked around on my block and I'm 2 blocks away, so it fills up fast.
Yeah.
And Jay, have you noticed as the owner of Windsor House, I know St. Andrews is always a popular destination in the summer, but this year more than ever, are you finding that visitors from both Canadians and Americans alike are coming to the community?
I think that we're having a lot more visitors this year than we have in the past at this time of year. And I think that there are a number of reasons for that. But I think one is that St. Andrews has really been promoted as a destination by a number of organizations within the town. And it's been very successful. And I think also the weather, other than right this moment, has been really cooperative. So
As good Canadians too, we always think I'd rather be cold than hot.
Yeah, and I think, people are not traveling to the U.S. This year, at this time of year, right now, especially, and for good reason. And it's very scary when you look at the things that have been going on down there, especially this latest thing with the firefighters. I mean, nobody is safe. And so at any rate, so we have a lot more people here because it is safe. It's a very safe community. It's one of the hallmarks of St. Andrews. People don't lock their doors a lot of times, and it's very safe. We have very, very little crime, and when it comes up, it's just usually a little flash in the pan. So I think because it's safe, people are looking for a safe place to hang out. And because they don't feel safe. There's too much going on in the world that's causing too much angst. So when you come here, you can just chill out and exhale.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I find too. Like I work at a few places on Water Street. And I agree, it's gotten much busier much earlier this year, both Canadian visitors and American visitors. But everybody's just happy to be here. And like you say, Jay, they come here and they can just relax and smile and enjoy their vacation time, and it's really a great place to be.
Yeah.
And I do want to give a shout out to our friends on Campobello. I was there this weekend. I did drive through Maine too to get there. Brought Maud, my dog, who's right behind me, and it was an easy drive through to get to Campobello. But what was neat to see is that it's just as busy as always, if not more so. It looks like Lucas is speaking to some people who have come to St. Andrews, though, for the parade. We're going to send it down to Lucas to see who he's met.
Okay, I'm on the street with, what are your names?
My name's Elijah David Jeffrey. My name is Winston Merrill. Winston Alice Merrill. Canada Day so far is really good. It's probably like my third time or fourth. It's been really nice, and I want to see more of it because it's really cool.
Okay, and how are you guys celebrating Canada Day? What are you guys doing
Well,
today?
we've been celebrating by getting a lot of family and friends over, and we've been watching the parade so far.
Okay, and you?
It's just that it's been wonderful. We've been adding friends, family, everything, like more kids, and like if this keeps going on, maybe more people can come. Every year it's going to get bigger, is what I think.
How'd you guys feel about the antique cars?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I actually knew somebody that driving one of them.
Okay,
So
cool.
it was really nice. It was really nice. I really liked the acceleration of that white car there. It was really good.
Okay, well, thank you guys, and you guys have a great Canada Day.
Oh, wow. He loved the acceleration of that white car. No hands on the wheel. Loved it too, especially from up here.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
Well, I think the parade is going to start probably in a couple of minutes, but while I have this moment, the most exciting thing that's happening today at the Windsor House, aside from filming the parade, is that Lisa Huggins is opening Noble Restaurant and Bar. And it's her first day in operation, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be great. The food is going to be delicious, and she's been working really hard for a couple of months to change how the place looks, and it's fantastic. She's done a great job.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Lisa Huggins is a well-known restaurateur in the St. Andrews area, so I'm sure whatever she does will be fabulous, but I'm excited. It is at Windsor House, which is really the second headquarters of CHCO, so we will be here a lot. Maybe even the first people at the restaurant.
Well, it's nice that it's centrally located, especially for a parade. And yeah, people like as long as you put enough butter and meat on a roll, it's going to be a success. And that's what she's doing today. It's going to be great.
Well, we can smell some buns cooking from up here, so I wondered why I was feeling hungry, and now I know why.
Yeah.
It's always great when new spots open each summer, and this is, I think, going to be the newest hot spot this summer, which is really exciting. And yeah, Lisa and the whole staff I know have been working really, really hard. So, new place to check out on Water Street.
That's right. Yeah. And especially when the weather's nice, the courtyard can't be beat. I mean, it's really,
absolutely.
For quiet. And she's got a great crew, so I think it's going to be. She certainly knows what she's doing.
Well, what a day to open, the busiest day of the year.
Yes. And that just was happenstance. It just happened out that way. But
Well, I think Maud has decided where her place is at the Canada Day Parade. She's got a great view from here. She's dressed up for Canada Day too. So she had to be as our TV station
Of
mascot,
course,
part
course.
of the show today.
Always here for emotional support, which
And
of course.
She will also be, I should let people know, if you're watching live right now, we'll be live again today for TV Bingo, a special Canada Day. I hear you're hosting, Jay.
I'm going to host TV Bingo tonight. Yep, and the lucky ball is worth $2,600. So you can't win if you don't play.
That's
We get a lot of messages throughout the week, a lot of news tips, things like that, a lot of questions. But the question I got most this week was,
Will
is
there
there
be
TV Bingo on Canada Day? Yes, there is.
Absolutely.
It's been the first Tuesday that Canada Day has been on for a while because you got a leap year in there, and all of a sudden it just works out.
This year we had Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve this year were bingo nights. That was the first. We hadn't canceled around Christmas in a while or postponed for holidays. So we thought Canada Day, we got to do it anyway. And I feel like this is meant to be because the lucky ball tonight is worth $2,600, and we are Channel 26,
That's
so
right.
it's meant to be.
It's going to be a
meant to
big night.
That's right.
Big night.
Now, usually what we do, I'm looking over my shoulder and I see sirens very far away. They are probably just past Drew Haven for anyone who is a local or frequents a lot. That's the old Masonic Hall, beautiful restaurant and cafe and event space now. But I can see the firemen that far off in the distance, so it's going to get started any minute now. And it looks like Lucas is down on the street again, talking to a lot of young people this year who are here to check out the parade. So, yeah.
This is it.
Yeah?
We're here in St. Andrews just to see the parade and whatever else is happening.
Where are you guys going after the parade?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know. Yeah, his parents are over there, so they might know.
What are you looking forward to in the parade?
Just see what it is that people have come up with. Nice to see all the old cars, different models, different years. So that's always a lot of fun.
Yeah? Have you done anything earlier this morning?
Watch TV.
Okay. Okay, and I think that's all I have for you. Thank you guys. And you guys have a great Canada Day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay,
Well-
thank you, Lucas. We'll keep dropping down to Lucas as he's talking to more visitors here.
You know, one of the things that I've noticed, not to interrupt, but one of the things, since you brought Lucas up, one of the things that's changed at the station over the years that we've been doing this parade is the number of volunteers and paid students that we have been fortunate enough to be able to hire, and then because of the staff that we've been able to hire, including Patrick and you and other people, Flo and everybody at the station, a lot more young people are learning how television works.
Yeah.
And Ian Curran is now working for CBC this summer.
I know, it shows
he
you
was-
that he started with us when he was about 15 years old. He
Yeah.
is 21 now, and it's his first summer at CBC. So we're excited for him to expand his horizons, build his portfolio as a young journalist. He'll actually be in town today as well, so hopefully he'll come over and say hello.
Oh, good.
We get visits from Ian all the time. He's part of the family no matter where he goes. We love him.
Yeah, and speaking of that, and back to bingo, I mean, our bingo control room is run primarily by young teenagers.
15-year-olds.
Yeah, 15-year-olds, and they're there week after week after week. They're dedicated, they're reliable, they do a great job, and yeah, they're the next generation coming up. It's fantastic.
And they're volunteering.
And they're volunteering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our average age, I checked it out at the TV station. If you average all the age of volunteers, staff together, we're around age 30. That's the crazy part. There's so many young people, and that's the neatest part. I think is that there's a whole new generation of storytellers coming up, being a part of what we do, and eventually they come. Some of them become our summer students, and that can lead to even jobs in the future. So, it's
And
nice.
they're very enthusiastic. They're polite. They get along, and it's refreshing. That this generation of high schoolers is really pulling together.
Lucas
Okay.
has another visitor to the parade down on the street. Lucas, tell us a little bit about who you're talking to.
Okay, thank you everyone upstairs. And who am I here with?
Valeria Sampson.
And how are you enjoying Canada Day?
I'm enjoying it a lot. It's my first time celebrating.
And where are you from? Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from St. John, but I grew up in British Columbia, and my family are immigrants, so we never celebrated before.
Oh, cool. So how are you guys celebrating Canada Day? What are you guys doing?
I'm here with my friend's family. They're from St. Andrews, so they just came and they brought me here.
Okay, and yeah, what's your message to people at home on Canada Day?
Just make the most of Canada because it's such a beautiful country, and I'm so honored to be here right now in this country.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You have a good Canada Day.
Okay, you too.
What a
Okay.
beautiful message. And really such, when she talks about her family being immigrants, she lives in St. John, grew up in British Columbia. It really is, a Canadian story can be many things, and I think that's why it does feel so special to celebrate. We all have different stories about how we ended up in this town, and but they're all Canadian stories. It's quite beautiful.
Absolutely.
And how we've ended up in this country.
Yes, Jay is American.
I was technically born in the U.S. too.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
you know, it comes in handy.
It can, yeah. Yeah, but well, that's the great thing about Canada. It's seen as, instead of we're a mosaic. We're made up of all kinds of different people from all kinds of different places, but we also love to celebrate together, and that's what today is all about.
And I'm going to bring up Campobello again, but it was neat being over there and hearing people's stories. So many people from Campobello Island, though Canadian, were born in the Machias Hospital because it's the closest hospital right across the border. And, while it might be a difficult time in the world, I think our corner of the world shows that unity still exists, that we still love each other as neighbors. And we've had the chance to talk to a lot of Americans on the street today who are here to celebrate. Some from Georgia that follow CHCO from Georgia, a lot from Boston. It's amazing to see that our TV station actually does cross the border online. That's why it's neat, the era that we're in. As much as it can pose its difficulties, people are able to watch our channel in other countries just because of things like YouTube.
Well, I had a message yesterday from some summer residents from Germany, and they are coming in 2 weeks, and they said, even in Germany, we've heard about the opening of the restaurant. So word does get around. And I remember not that long ago, we used to get a lot of calls from BC because they want to know what's going on in St. Andrews because they're coming here to visit. And they want to know what's going on, and there's always lots going on. So they always, so CHCO has been really instrumental in helping people from away find out what's going on here.
And here we are. If they are still away today, that's why we're so happy to be able to bring the parade to people at home who can't be with us to celebrate in person. This is always really an annual tradition that we have up here, and it means a lot to us too to connect with those people who can't celebrate with us in person, but we still get to be in your living room today.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now looking down to Water Street, we have the RCMP opening the parade, as they always do. I can't think of a more Canadian symbol than the Mountie.
Yeah.
And I do think I see a giant, do I see a giant beaver? I think
Yes,
I do.
behind them it
in
looks
a Mountie
like
uniform. In a Mountie uniform. Does it get more Canadian than that?
Yeah. Well, behind the RCMP, we can hear them playing, is the Simons Lions Caledonian Pipe Band.
Also a beautiful tradition opening our annual parade.
Absolutely.
It's not that easy to put together a marching band these days, you know?
No, it seems to be.
But people get started, it's almost a generational thing, you know, your father gets you to start, and it's like Ian started as a very young
Or
guy.
Ian Curran, yeah, he's
Yeah.
a bagpipe player. He used to be in
Absolutely.
this band. I think he might still be. One thing I want to mention as the RCMP make their way towards us is that I think I see Chris Henderson. We should also see Scott McKenzie, and he
Who's
is retiring in October. If you haven't watched the episode on Southwest Magazine on CHCO, he sat down with us for an hour last week to talk about his 30 years of service in Charlotte County and how he really involved himself in the community, both in work and outside of work as well, whether he was coaching sports team, and how he really became a part of the fabric of who we are. So he's going to be very missed. And this is his Last parade representing the RCMP, so I'm sure he's feeling very emotional.
Oh yeah, getting hugs already.
Yeah, look at that. He's very, very loved. And hopefully our Lucas will get a chance to talk with him. I see him making his way over. So down to you, Lucas. Yep.
Okay, Scott, this is your last year representing the RCMP in the parade. How does that make you feel?
Wonderful. Great crowds. Great to be out here celebrating Canada Day with everybody. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Jay. No, it's awesome. Great time.
Yeah, you have a good Canada Day.
All right, you too.
Have them. That's the Simon's Lion Caledonian Pipe Band. Sounding fantastic, looking fantastic.
Really?
Something about a kilt. Something about a kilt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now here are some faces we know very well at CHCO. It is
Yeah, we have the Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps 352.
yes, we see them every Wednesday night when they're at practice at the WC O'Neill Arena. They are our hallway neighbors, so we know them very well. I think that's why Maud's staring at them so intensely right now. They're her
Ahead of the
friends.
Sea Cadets, of course, that's Legion Branch 84.
And look at the back, you can see a tribute to Herb McGee, our local World War II veteran. He turned 100 at the end of May this year, and he lives on Water Street, so that's going to pass in front of his house, and I'm sure that will be very emotional for
And then
Herb as
passing
well.
by us right now is the Canadian Army Veterans Motorcycle Units. What's a parade without motorcycles, I have to say.
Look at all the Canadian flags hanging off the sides and the back.
Yeah, some of the veterans get some love from the kids in the crowd. And then coming up next behind the motorcycles is our wonderful new acting mayor, Kate Akagi,
She is,
just sworn in recently, in a beautiful pink Cadillac,
how fitting, I love it, for
convertible as she should be.
Kate Akagi is,
She'll be a very popular substitute there, and maybe she'll be elected if she runs.
if she runs again
A
this year, we'll have her.
fantastic ambassador for the town.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Just absolutely, everyone loves Kate. So happy to see her out today.
I was able to catch up with Kate last on National Indigenous Peoples Day in Market Square here in St. Andrews. St. Andrews is one of over 600 communities across Canada that had our own celebration.
It looks like we have Lucas talking
And
to
down
Kate,
to
so
Lucas,
let's
who's talking
send
to
it
our
down
acting
to
mayor.
Lucas.
Okay, so Kate, this is your first parade as acting mayor of St. Andrews.
It is.
And what do you have some messages for our stream?
I still didn't get on the fire truck, Lucas. They put me in a pink Cadillac and I clashed. And the red fire truck, I'd look pretty good. But anyway, I'm happy, and there's tons of people, which is wonderful for our town. So yeah, I'm very happy. So welcome everybody, and have a great, happy Canada Day, especially for you foreigners.
Thank you, Kate.
Okay, thank you, Kate Akagi.
Happy Canada
Okay.
to you, acting mayor. I love that her biggest complaint is the pink Cadillac.
That
She
she's
wants to
clashing
be in
with
a
the
fire
big
truck.
Cadillac. Oh, she looks great in anything.
Next we have the Algonquin Resort.
Algonquin Resort, of course.
And look at this Bob from Honeybeans as a honeybee on a unicycle. Who knew Bob had that talent too? Bob has many talents. He makes beautiful, beautiful baskets and rugs and runners, but I had no idea he was also a unicyclist. What a talent.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's great. Great representation from the
There's
Algonquin,
the
of course.
Algonquin. Oh, Maud, there's another doodle. Check out the doodle in the golf cart. Wow.
The Algonquin's looking very good these days.
It really is.
We were
it really
up there,
is.
Taken, to
I
dinner
know they've
last
been
night.
working really hard up
It
there.
was really good. You could see the service is amazing, and the place looks fantastic.
There's the chocolate mousse from the Chocolate Museum in Ganong.
Yeah, representing
made a-
Chocolate Fest
representing-
2025.
Yeah. And next we have the Charlotte County Archives. You know, we just started publishing the Courier again, and we went to the archives to get the first ever copy of the Courier to put on our cover of our June issue. So it's amazing what you can find up at the archives.
A lot of people go to the archives for it's a very good archives.
And here
Jeep
is
tours.
Jenny Simard with Turtle Shore Tours. I know that, I'm surprised Lucas didn't stop her. I think he's gone on many of those tours. And now we have Sail St. Andrews. I take a picture many nights of the boats down by the wharf, the sailboats, and they're the different colored boats. If you follow me on Facebook, you will see that a lot. They make a gorgeous photo right by the lighthouse.
It's always beautiful out on the water this
Is
time
this
of
the
year.
new ladder truck?
Oh, I think it is. So, anyone who plays TV Bingo knows Paula Ross. She's one of our volunteers. She's often doing shout outs at Bingo. This is Paula and Jim Ross's daughter, Emily Ross.
Okay. Oh, it looks like we're going to be
Closer
talking
us.
to Lucas.
Looks like Lucas has an interview, so down to Lucas.
Oh, God.
Happy Canada Day!
Yeah, happy Canada Day from St. Andrews Fire Department.
Yeah. What are you guys doing to celebrate Canada Day after this?
Hopefully fireworks.
Those pants look heavy. It's a long walk in those pants.
It is. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Do you have a message for people at home? Do you have a message for people at home watching our live stream?
Have fun. Enjoy the day.
Happy Canada Day!
Okay, you guys have a good Canada Day.
Now, I know that Aiden was at the fireman's breakfast this morning. I didn't get to feed up on pancakes, but Aiden was there to take in the magic that gets kicked off first thing on Canada Day. The fireman's pancake breakfast.
Yeah, that's funny. Used to go to that all the time.
Now, firemen are always heroes in our community, but we know that 2 years ago with the Stein Lake fire, this team here, I know they were accompanied by other fire departments, but they really proved what an asset they are to our community and what heroes a volunteer fire department can be. We
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, absolutely. So the fire chief we interviewed last year to find out what goes on in a volunteer fire department. It was really interesting. He was wonderful, Kevin.
Kevin Carrico is the best.
Our local heroes.
Look at this.
No, this is Madsen
Madsen Farms Country Market. Oh, that is a fantastic float.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
at that.
The rooster. I can't. Maud, what's that?
I love the little pig costume. Oh, and the rooster.
Those are great.
That's hilarious.
And right behind them, this is fitting. I think it is part of the Fall Fair as well. That's the Charlotte County Fall Fair. It happens every September. This year, September 20th to 21st at Ganong Nature Park. If you haven't been to the Fall Fair, it is really one of those magical times of year. It reminds you why you love living in this part of the world. Just pastoral
And
perfection.
it's getting bigger and bigger every year too. And you can pick your own apples if you want to.
Oh,
And they
really?
had a great Shetland, sheep herding competition
Oh,
last year.
like down
Okay.
to Lucas
Oh.
with
Like
a
that.
pesky mosquito. Oh. These are the St. Andrews community players. While they are dressed up as Border Patrol mosquitoes, I know them to be actual artists in those mosquito costumes. Down to Lucas with a
Take it
mosquito.
upon ourselves to control the borders by instigating a few bites.
How do mosquitoes celebrate Canada Day?
Look at all the blood. It's all here. We'll eat well
Oh,
tonight.
fresh.
Fresh. Fresh.
Wow.
Is red. So yes, blood is red, so I guess in some ways that could be Canadian. Passing us now is Dawning Voyage Tours. They are new to the community this year. They do tours leaving from the arena to places like Macadam for Railway Pie, and
they
to
take
Ganong
you
for chocolate tours.
And covered bridges.
Yes.
Fantastic. And then there's the Bayside Golf Club.
Oh, Jonathan, do you remember the Bayside Golf Girls, the Roper Rock that we covered this year?
Of course.
These ladies are festive.
Oh, and then we've got some bubbles flying in the air.
Love the bubbles. That's the Bayside Golf Course. A neat little spot just outside of town. Now, following the Bayside Golf Club is the K Kids from Kiwanis, the local St. Andrews Kiwanis Club. Barb Sheed, who's on the float with them, you can see Barb waving with the kids. She's been instrumental in the K Kid program. Basically what it does is get a new generation of do-gooders from the community. And Lucas is down on the street with Alex to hear more.
That we support. Obviously our little cannons and bubbles and saying Happy Canada.
Do you have a message from Kiwanis? Do you have a message from Kiwanis for our viewers on the live stream?
Yeah, just everybody Happy Canada Day.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, Lucas.
That explains where all the bubbles were coming from.
Absolutely. Where else?
It's a great group because they teach people how to be good volunteers. They raise a lot of money. They collect bottles. They do all kinds of things to raise money.
Now,
and
coming up is more familiar faces. I think you will recognize them, Jonathan, because this is a former Good Day from the Bay guest.
Oh, yes. So this is helicopter tours.
Oh, right.
This is Ron
Flying
Fournier.
2C Helicopter Tours, which is run by Ron Fournier. And right behind him is Shauna's belly dance and line dancing. Shauna Orr Fournier, who of course has been a guest on Good Day from the Bay and taught us to line dance. Absolutely.
Dancing, right
Ron
behind
and
you, you'll see a
Shauna,
nice sign.
fantastic.
Okay, what are you doing for Canada Day?
We're dancing.
Okay, have a good day.
Vicky.
Hello, ladies. Hello. Wow.
Okay.
I feel like I want to pick this up again, though. I do want to take line dancing again this year. I
It
think
was
we
so
had
much
something.
fun. Yeah, and Shauna's such an amazing teacher.
I think
it's not as difficult as you think it's going to be, but
Oh,
it's
there
not.
they go.
There they go. Check it out.
I think I remember some of this. This is an Avanti, a very rare car, so we're told.
Oh, and Lucas is down on the street.
I wonder where Vincent is.
Vincent?
I guess. Okay. What are you guys doing for Canada Day?
Driving in a parade.
Okay, what car is this?
Black. Avante from up.
Black Avanti.
Okay, do you guys have any messages for the people at home?
Have a good day.
Yes. Have a good day.
Okay, thank
And
you,
there
Lucas.
is, it looks like that's
And a very patriotic
Vincent
car
in-
behind them. And then coming up next, of course, are the infamous pirates.
What are you guys doing for Canada Day? What do pirates do for Canada Day?
We just hang out, you know what I mean.
Yeah?
But
Lots of rum?
But July 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, we're back in St. Andrews for 4 days. And
Right.
we're looking for the rum.
Okay.
It's the St. Andrews Pirate Fest with the aquarium.
Yes. See you then.
those are the
Okay,
port safe-
always entertaining. And they'll be back this summer again for more shenanigans.
Yes, we
I'm
have
sure.
Pirate Fest. Pirate Fest is coming
Yes,
up.
Pirate Fest is coming up. There'll be
Here in St. Andrews?
scavenger hunts up and down
Wow.
Water Street. Lots of businesses taking part. So yes, look for that Pirate Fest coming up very soon.
And I should say I saw my son Vincent Prager from the Oppenheimer Prager Museum driving his famous his famous cars. That's another draw to the Oppenheimer Power Museum.
Yeah,
is he's got cars
most of his
outside.
cars are unique, including Lady Beaverbrook's original
Woody.
Land Rover.
Land Rover.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And this is.
And that's J. Donovan Law, also advertising the Donovan residence. Great place to stay here in St. Andrews.
And behind G. Donovan Law, we've got a lobster. I think that's Paul Logan.
Oh, there
I think
looks
I
like
recognize
Mr. Paul Logan
from
himself.
the St. Andrews Chamber of Commerce. Paul's dad, Jonathan Logan, is a new face on TV bingo too, on the phones.
That's right. Now that is a great costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's red,
Yeah.
it's East Coast. What more could you ask for?
He's a really great guy.
He's such a character. Gotta love Paul.
And the hop on, hop off bus. Now this is a new tradition in St. Andrews where,
It started a few years ago.
So it has about 6 stops, and it leaves you off wherever you want, along the way.
And St. Andrews.
And
Enjoy
Huntsman?
with the huntsman walking in the parade.
Where's Buddy?
He's at the aquarium, so if you want to see him, you got to go there after the parade.
Shucks.
Missed out.
Okay, have a good Canada Day.
Thanks.
Get back with your parade.
Macklem House Antiques is passing us by just at this second.
They're in the old
That classic green truck you see driving all over town.
A great
Amazing.
advertisement,
Yeah.
pretty much a moving sign.
Yeah. And it's the Passamaquoddy Children's Center.
Oh, yes.
All the kids representing. More bubbles.
Followed by Cleghorns Towing and more representatives from the RCMP and St. Andrews Fire Department. I think this is the famous the ladder truck.
This is the
Here we
new
go.
this is the new ladder truck. Yeah.
So as you can see, this is the very end of the parade. They're about to park the antique cars back on the street just to keep it clear. But this is the very end of the parade, ending this year with our new Pride and Joy in St. Andrews, the St. Andrews ladder truck.
Quite a parade. Fantastic.
You know what? I'm just relieved that it didn't rain.
It didn't rain.
How does
And
it feel
Lucas
to
is
be
going
at
to
the
end the
parade?
parade
Oh, it
with-
feels great. I think
Yeah?
it's a really good turnout this year. Yeah.
Okay.
So many floats.
Happy Canada Day.
All right, thank you, Lucas. Well, what a fantastic parade. It didn't rain, the fog stayed out in the water, the power stayed on. I would say a very successful day so far.
Very successful, and that was just Trudy, who is one of the big organizers of this parade. So big shout out to Trudy for all she does. This takes a lot of work every year.
It does. She's been doing it for years.
Yes, thanks to her
Yeah.
and all the people who helped put today together and who participated and just came out to watch.
That's
I'm always proud to be from a town that's really so small that puts on such a big show annually. Canada Day is really our crown jewel of events, but so many more happen in this community, and it's the people that live here that put it together, and it's always so impressive what we do when we put our heads together and create.
Yeah, and the day's only just begun,
Just
really.
beginning.
There's so much more to do. There's shows at Kira, there's shows in Market Square. All the restaurants and bars are open, lots of food, lots
The
of
fireworks at 10.
Fireworks at 10.
Fireworks at 10 o'clock tonight.
Jonathan and I are heading up to Kira Amphitheater next, though, because we have a one-on-one interview, and I know you're going to want to wait for this, with Olivier Bergeron. Anyone who watches American Idol, he's from New Brunswick,
From Kedgewick, New Brunswick, yeah.
finished top 20 last season.
Yeah, incredible singer, yeah.
And prior to that, he is a young man, early 20s, was a truck driver. So we were going to find out what he's doing now, because that kind of experience will change your life.
He's
Oh, for
performing at
sure.
Kira this afternoon along with the Martin Boys, who are originally from Woodstock, New Brunswick, who came in second on Canada's Got Talent this year. So, yeah, some
That's
amazing performers at Kira this afternoon.
I look forward to it. Thank you for letting us do the parade once again from
Oh,
this balcony, Jay. It's become
It's-
such a cherished tradition.
Gives me a front row seat.
Exactly.
No, this is great. And thank you both for doing such a good job, and of course for Patrick, who runs the show.
It's a great team, and we are very grateful. But as you can see on
You
the
can-
street, the party is downstairs now, so it's time to get outside and partake in the activities. Thank you all for watching with us at home, and we look forward to seeing you later today.
Right. Happy Canada Day from Good Day from the Bay.
Super good for you. Margaritas, cherry, sugar. Mixed bag, right? So what else do you guys do? Like, it's like a box of chocolates.